Hello and welcome back to the Frugal Life of Mercedes. I am Mercedes. Today I am going to show you guys how to make pepperoni rolls. So as a lot of you guys know, if you've been with me for a long time, I live in Virginia and I've lived in Virginia for over 20 years. But there was a time in college when I lived in West Virginia for about a year. And the first time I'd ever heard of pepperoni rolls was actually when I went to school there. They had them like in the cafeteria and I didn't know what they were, but it's basically a roll with pepperoni in it. So a hot pocket essentially, but it's very deep rooted in the West Virginia culture. So I have made them before. I have not made them in several years, but I thought that Brandon might enjoy them and I thought that you guys might enjoy making them as well, especially if you've never heard of them before. So the history behind them, to the best of my knowledge, was coal miners needed something to put into their pail that was quick and easy, didn't need refrigerated, didn't spoil easily, and the pepperoni roll was thus invented. It was first sold, as far as the history that I looked into, in Fairmount, West Virginia, in a country club in 1927. When exactly they started, I'm not really sure. I couldn't really find a history of when, but I'm assuming long before 1927 when they ended up in a country club. So what you're going to need is frozen dinner rolls. Now this Rhoda's is what I use. This is what I've always used, but I'm assuming any frozen dinner roll would probably work. Now what you're going to want is a baking dish or something like that, a cookie sheet, because what we're going to do is you open them up and you lay them out for about an hour so that they can soften. Now, I would suggest putting some sort of parchment paper down because they sometimes can be a little sticky. I've had times where they really weren't that sticky, the rolls, once they were softened, and other times when they were really sticky. So it just kind of depends. So that's all we're going to do right now. I'm going to open these and I'm going to put them down, let them thaw for an hour, and then I will come back and show you guys the rest of the process. I just added them to the cookie sheet and they are frozen right now, but as you can see, they're already starting to, soften a bit. I just got them out of the freezer. So they will sit like this for, like I said, about an hour. When they start to soften, they will start to soften after that. The rolls have been sitting for about an hour, and as you guys can see, they are soft now, and there's a little bit of residue on the baking sheet, but these ones are not all that sticky. I think it also depends on the time of year. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the pepperoni and show you guys how to make these. So now that the rolls are soft, I'm going to take some pepperoni and you just fill them. You can put as many pepperonis as you want in there. I usually put 2 or 3. I've seen people put 5, 6. So it's really personal preference. And some people put cheese in the pepperoni rolls. I don't do that. I just put the pepperoni in there. So basically you just take one and you kind of flatten it like a little pizza, and it'll look something like that. And you guys gotta bear with me because I have not made these in a long time, but they're not hard at all. It's just, getting the hang of them. So you want to kind of flatten them out a bit, and then you just stick the pepperoni in, and then you just kind of put it around it. So there you go. You got one pepperoni roll. You just kind of want to pinch it to help keep the pepperoni in there. And I already took the baking sheet and I lightly greased it. And I also took a cupcake tin and I'm going to put some in there as well. Just wanted to try it in the cupcake tin. I thought that'd be kind of cute. So you want them to have some space because we're going to fill all of these and then you let them sit. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling these and just kind of chatting with you guys for a few minutes. So we are going to get these all filled, and yeah, that should be pretty good. I don't know what to talk to you guys about. I don't really have anything on the agenda to talk about, but I am doing really well, and I hope that you guys are doing well as well. We are getting the apartment still all set up. You guys know when you work and you're moving and trying to get, the house all set up and everything, like, it takes time. So the kitchen is all set up. Last night when I got home from work, I actually I just started putting food in the cupboards, just kind of like shoving it in the cupboards just so that it was out of the way, so that I would have a functioning kitchen. But yesterday I took some time after Brandon went to bed and I actually like organized the kitchen, the cupboards. So now everything, like all my spices are together and my pastas are all together, like that kind of stuff, kind of organizing. So I did that, and so that is done. The pantry with all my couponing stuff is done. I did post a picture of that. I think it was last week. And the bathroom is pretty much done. The only thing, we got our closet done, like all of our hang-up clothes. We have a big walk-in closet. But Brandon and I have never lived together before, so it was more like discovering, like, you know how it is. It's like when you're sharing a space with somebody for the first time, it's like, well, which dresser do you want and which this do you want, and all those kinds of things, and just kind of working that out. And so we got our closet all set up, all the hanging stuff, but then as far as the stuff that goes in the drawers, his stuff is all put away in the drawers. My stuff is still scattered everywhere. So I need to work on that. That's going to be my next thing. And I've got a few more boxes to go through, and then we are pretty much all moved in. I like to do it kind of just like in little stages. I think that works the best, at least for me. So that's what I've been doing. And Brandon is, like I said, he's very helpful, and he's an active participant and partner, which is awesome. But the vast majority of the stuff that we moved in here was my stuff specifically. So, he put away stuff that he could, but, of course I want to put away my own clothes in the drawers, because, it's like, I want to do that. So, but one day after work, he did ask, he said, is there anything that I can help you with, or anything that you'd like, done? And I was like, if you could take my clothes that are going to be hung up and hang them up in the closet and get them out of the suitcases and boxes, that would be awesome. So when I got home from work, he, he was like, well, what all do you like hung up? Because, some people like different things hung up, or, So I said, all my shirts and dresses, jackets, cardigans, and I said if you could get that all hung up and just put it in the closet. And I like my closet, like my stuff organized, so like my tops and all that. I like all like items together. So I told him, I said, don't worry about that. I said, just get it hung up on my side of the closet and I will organize it later. But if you could just get everything on hangers and in the closet, that would be a huge, huge help. And he did, so that was awesome. So then when I went to go just put like items together, it was super quick and easy and just and then I had to hang up my skirts. So I told him, don't worry about the skirts. I got the skirts. So and then just, so right now I just have to do the stuff that's in the drawers. So pajamas and under stuff, bras, underwear, that kind of stuff. And then like shorts and pants, I usually put those in drawers. So I'll do that. And of course you guys know I have a million pairs of leggings. So those all need to get folded and put away into drawers. And then my shoes, but I'm gonna need to get like a shoe rack, but I haven't really found one that I like, so we're gonna do that eventually. So and like I said in another video, we pretty much have everything that we need for the apartment. There was just like a few things, like we needed some curtains and curtain rods, and we found curtains, but we were having a hard time finding curtain rods that we liked. They were either, most of the ones we saw, they just weren't sturdy enough, like they just kind of looked more decorative. So and then we need a couch. I don't remember if I told you guys this or not, but Brandon's grandpa offered us a couch, and it was a really nice couch, and we were like, yeah, we'll take it. And then this was a couch that was in his grandpa's basement. They have like another living room in the basement, but that was really where Brandon and I hung out when he lived with them. So now that Brandon isn't living there, they probably really won't use that living room all that much. So anyway, so they offered us, we were offered that couch. And then when we moved in, because we started to move stuff in slowly, so when we moved in, I told Brandon, I was like, honey, I don't think that couch is gonna fit through the door. I was like, we're gonna have to measure it. So his grandpa measured the couch and then came and measured the door, and yeah, the couch was way too big to fit through the front door, because it is just a huge, huge couch. So his grandpa was very nice and offered to buy us a couch, since that couch wasn't going to work out for us. So I told his grandpa, I was like, if we can put off getting the couch for right now, because I wanted to make sure we got all unpacked first. So anyway, so we need to get a couch, but Brandon's grandpa offered to buy us a couch, so that was a wonderful, generous offer and blessing, and we were really happy about that. So, and that's the biggest thing, is like getting a couch in here. But Brandon and I have just been watching TV in our bedroom. So, but he goes to bed really early. Like right now, he's sleeping. So luckily TV doesn't bother him. So I will sit in our room and watch, TV while he's sleeping, and that's not an issue for him. Noise doesn't bother him like that. So, but it'll be nice to have the living room, because Brandon likes likes to play video games too. So, you know, I can watch TV or be in one of the rooms and he can be in the other one watching TV or playing a video game or, you know, what have you. Or, you know, like when he's sleeping, yeah, I can sit next to him and watch TV. And like I said, that doesn't really bother him. But I like having the living room, you know, like to myself and be spread out with my projects and different things like that. So that'll be good. So we have his TV set up in our bedroom, and then my TV is still at my parents' house, and so we're gonna pick that up, and we'll have that TV in the other room, and you know, just little things like that. So we're gonna get the couch, but I haven't really picked one yet. There's a couple that I have my eye on, and another thing I don't know that I've shared with you guys. So our apartment, the first floor is shops. So there's like a nail salon and a barber and like an investment company of some kind, and that's right below us. So it's like there's some boutiques and shops right under us. So then you go up 2 sets of stairs and there's just a long hallway of apartments. It kind of reminds me of when I lived in the dorms in college, because it's just like a long hallway of apartments. So there's no tenants, like people that live there below us, and there is nobody above us. So there's just the shops below us, and they're still actually working on the shops. So that hasn't really been an issue as of yet. But I don't think that it will be. But I told you guys that story to tell you. So we do have to go up 2 small flights of stairs. So when moving in was kind of a pain, because you got to climb up 2 sets of stairs with your boxes and, you know, all that. So I want to get one of those like shopping carts, like you see them like at the flea market, like people pull the little, you know, shopping carts, or they're not shopping carts, but that's what I call them, because they're like big rectangular and they've got the wheels and all that. So my birthday is coming up at the end of May, and Brandon asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, I want you to buy me one of those carts for us to transport stuff from the apartment to our cars and from our car to the apartment. So I wanted something really useful as a birthday present, because the one that I told him to find one that I can drag it up the stair, like not drag, but you know what I mean, like it'll go up the stairs so I don't have to carry it up the stairs. And there's these ones where the back wheel is like a 3-wheel kind of thing. So he found one for me that he said would be perfect, and I wanted to make sure that it had 4 metal sides, because some of them don't have a front. And then I was like more like a dolly, and I was like, well, I like the dolly style, but I want to make sure that it's got all 4 sides are, you know, fenced in, just because I don't want stuff falling out of it, because that kind of defeats the purpose. So he said that he found one for me that he thinks will be perfect. So I said, if you want to make that my birthday present, that would be awesome. So I don't usually ask for birthday presents either, because this is my second birthday with Brandon, and my first birthday with him, he asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, I don't really ask for birthday gifts. I said I like to be taken out to dinner, like as my present. So he asked me what I wanted, and I was like, I'd really like one of those carts and also go out to dinner. So I was pretty excited about that, but it'll be nice because it's collapsible. So I'm going to put it Probably we have like a laundry, it's not really a laundry room, but right there, those doors, you open them and it's a closet and it's a washer and dryer, but there's some room on the sides. And I will put it in there, and then that way we can both use it. It'll be perfect for groceries and couponing and bringing stuff into the house. So, all right, well, I am almost done all wrapping these, and I'm going to show you guys what they look like. Okay, here are my pepperoni rolls all done up. Now, some people do give them a little bit more space than that, but I actually don't mind if they touch. I feel like they're a little bit moister, and I like the consistency a little bit more when they sometimes touch. Actually, the first time that I made pepperoni rolls, I did them in a dish just right next to each other, and they fluffed up like, I don't know, kind of like Hawaiian rolls, and I thought they were really tasty. And then I've got these in the muffin tin. Now, I've never made them in the muffin tin, so we'll see how they turn out. And then I just had 4 extras, so I put them in there. So what you want to do is you're going to cover these up with a tea towel and let them sit on the counter for about 3 hours so that they can rise, because these are yeast rolls. And then after that, you bake them. So we're going to cover them up with tea towels. Now what I like to do is I like to take my tea towel and wet it. To me, it helps the tea towel not stick to the dough. And the funny thing is too, is that my tea towels actually are tea towels. You are my cup of tea, and it has a teacup on it. Yours don't have to do that, but so this is damp. You see it is not dripping or anything, and I'm just going to lightly lay it over. And here is another tea towel, and this has a bunch of little teacups on it, and I'm just going to lightly put that over the muffin tin so that they can rise. And then this is just a cloth napkin to go over the other one, but same kind of texture as a tea towel. So then you're just going to leave them on the counter for 3 hours like this so that they can rise. And I got 3 hours, so I'm going to go do some other stuff, and I will be back once they are risen to show you, and then we're going to bake them. So it has been about 3 hours, and as you guys can see, they have really puffed up, especially the ones in the tin, in the muffin tin. So now you're going to cook these, I'm going to cook these for about 15-20 minutes until they are golden brown. You're going to cook them at 350. Here are the rolls cooking. I just have this open because I'm going to put those top ones on the bottom and just reverse them because the top ones are starting to get brown before the bottom ones, just so that they cook evenly. Here are my pepperoni rolls. I cooked them for 17 minutes. As you can see, they're all golden brown. I'm still getting used to my oven, so I cooked these ones on top first and these on the bottom, and then I switched them, somewhere between halfway point. But as you can see, they're kind of kissing, these ones, but they are fully cooked. They're still pretty warm. But you see golden brown. These ones I'm the most happy about. If you look at how good that looks. And they look so cute from that little muffin tin. So these turned out great. Okay guys, so just a quick recap. You get some frozen rolls, yeast rolls. I use Rhoda's, but use what your preferred is. You let them thaw on the counter, separated, for about an hour, and then you flatten them out and put in your desired pepperonis. Like I said, some people put cheese in them, I don't. Then you roll them into kind of a ball and pinch them. Then you let those sit for about 3 hours. And just remember, if you have them touching, they might require a longer cook. But these ones were kind of touching and they seem cooked all the way through, but if you do them a little tighter, they're going to need longer, so that they are not raw. And you cook them between 15 and 20 minutes depending upon your oven until golden brown. The Rhoda's instructions are basically the exact same for the rolls in general. That's the instructions on the package, minus putting the pepperonis in them. And it says on there to cook them at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes, and then you enjoy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please consider subscribing, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, guys, bye.